Hey everyone, I usually don't use Shimano SLX shifters because even though you can shift down multiple gears at a time, you can only shift up one at a time. Alternative to that would be something like the fancy XTR, which does give you indeed all those features two at a time here. However, this is the most expensive that Shimano has to offer. And that usually leads us to the Dior XT, which is a sweet spot in their offering. More specifically, today I'm going to look at the M8100 12-speed shifter. Just like XTR, the XT comes with the coated inner cable, also the SP41 housing. This is for trail, cross country, and enduro. And they have 4 versions of the XT, 2 being left shifters or for the front, and 2 being rear, the ones with the R at the end here. These ones, the 12-speed, come into the iSpec EV, the new standard, or this is a bar mount. They both provide the 2 gears at a time upshift, and here it's a bit of a marketing on the iSpec EV, trying to tell you that it allows for a better cockpit setup than the previous iSpec versions. And just like the other 12-speed components from Shimano, this shifter is made in Japan. Since I don't have their new brakes, iSpec EV, I ordered the bar clamp version of the shifter, and here it is with the OptiSlick cable attached. Surprise, surprise, they included a manual with this. And also you're gonna get the housing. This is the usual SP41 housing. XT on the scale is 133 grams. That is the handlebar version, and with the inner cable attached. If I remember, XTR was 131 grams. The 11-speed XT shifter has dimples on this downshifting paddle, and you can see how it wore out after about a year of use with gloves. It does have the multi-release or multi-shift here, so 2 gears at a time if you want it, something that can be found on the 12-speed as well. And here it is next to the XTR, which I've reviewed about a year ago. This one has the rubber inserts here on the downshifting paddle, something that can be found on the new XT as well. However, this cannot be replaced. A bit fancier glossy finish here on the XTR versus the XT that has more of a textured feel. But if you look at the upshift paddle, that seems to be borrowed from the XTR directly. And that is usually what they do with the XT. They don't introduce any new technologies, but they just borrow from XTR, and then they use slightly different materials. So multiple shifts up and down the cassette, 2-way release, which refers to this. They are present on both shifters, as you can see it here. Here on the back you can see again the fact that the 2 shifters are almost identical. Product code is engraved right there. You can see Japan, that's where it's made. However, if you look carefully here at this little bulk on the plastic, that's where the shifter between 11 and 12 speed is on the XTR. I have a video on my channel testing this on an 11-speed drivetrain, and guess what? It works perfectly fine. So that makes the XTR shifter a bit more versatile versus the XT. If you don't need that versatility, XT is a fine shifter that I highly recommend, as it borrows all the features of the XTR. I mentioned that paddle insert. You can see the 2 screws here on the XTR, so you can remove it and replace it. The one on the XT seems to be just glued in. So there you have it, guys. XT next to the XTR. Even if you go with the SLX drivetrain, highly recommend at least to get an XT. If money is not a problem, might as well just go all the way to the XTR. But I would argue that on a blind test, you're probably hard-pressed to tell the difference between the 2. And that's all I have for you guys today. If you have any questions, let me know below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and keep an eye on social media. And until next time, see you folks on the trails. Cheers, guys. Cheers.